How much do you trust your own family? I trusted mine too, until I found out that the $30,000 I withdrew from the bank had disappeared. And worst of all, my daughter was lying to me. If this story touched your heart, click subscribe and let me know in the comments which city or country you're listening from. I'm grateful to everyone who comments. My name is Margaret Hayes. I'm 62 years old and worked as an elementary school teacher in Riverside, a small town in Ohio, for 35 years. The day I retired, the principal said to me, "Now you can make time for yourself, Margaret." And I did. I made time for my daughter Emily, my granddaughter Sophia, and myself. But the real thing I needed to make time for was that darn metal box. The surgery date was Friday, October 15th. Hip replacement. The doctor had told me it would take 6 to 8 weeks to recover. Emily would be there for me, I knew that. She was a good girl. She always had been. But the day before the surgery, something occurred to me. I should give Emily some money for the surgery expenses, I thought. To cover part of the hospital expenses, maybe for things I might need during the recovery process. At that moment, I went to my bedroom. On the top shelf of my wardrobe, hidden among old blankets, was a small metal box. The key was in the drawer of the nightstand. My heartbeat quickened, but it wasn't from excitement. It was just the routine worry of an old woman, perhaps. I took the box down. It was heavy. Or at least it should have been. But it was light. Very light. My hands were shaking as I inserted the key into the lock. Maybe it feels light because the bills have deteriorated, I told myself. It was a silly explanation, but I couldn't think of anything else at that moment. When I opened the safe, there was nothing inside. It was empty. Completely empty. There was no $30,000, no few $100s. Nothing. Just the metallic smell inside the safe and my deep, rapid breathing. I collapsed to my knees. My hands searched the inside of the safe, thinking maybe I had missed something. But no, it was empty. Completely empty. "Mom? Are you okay?" Emily's voice was coming from the stairs. I didn't know what to do in that moment. How would I tell her? Would I say, "Honey, the money I saved for you is gone"? But when Emily entered the room, she saw my face. She saw the empty safe in my hands, and the look in her eyes. That look told me everything. You knew, didn't you?" I whispered. Emily froze. Her face went pale. Her lips trembled, but she said nothing. "Emily," I said, my voice oddly calm, "do you know what happened to my money?" Her eyes filled with tears. "Mom, Tell me. I need to tell you something. Have you ever watched your dreams slip away one by one?" I have. But first, I must tell you how it began. Because no betrayal happens overnight. It's like a poison that builds up slowly, drop by drop. The day I retired was the 3rd of June 2019. That day, my students threw me a farewell party. In the cafeteria of Little Riverside Elementary School, there were colorful balloons and a banner that read, "Good luck, Mrs. Hayes." My 8-year-old students hugged me. Some of them cried. I cried too. But there was a void inside me. What would I do now? As a woman who had gone to the same school every morning for 35 years, teaching the same class, this new freedom frightened me. Emily was with me that day. "Mom, you can relax now. You can spend time with your grandchild. You can tend to your garden. You can take that European tour you've always wanted." A trip to Europe. Yes, my husband Robert and I always talked about it while he was alive. "Margaret, we'll go when we retire," he would say. But Robert died of a heart attack in 2015. We never got to take that trip to Europe. My pension was around $2,800 a month. I had received $45,000 from Robert's life insurance. I had paid off the house and had no mortgage. Life in Riverside wasn't expensive. I lived alone in my small 2-story house. I had a comfortable enough life. But something was missing. Purpose. And then Emily's wedding came along. It was February 2020. Emily was 32 and had finally found the right man. His name was Marcus Thompson. He was 35, handsome, polite, and a good conversationalist. He worked as a sales manager at an automotive company in Columbus. Emily had met him at a friend's party. When we first met, Marcus brought me flowers. For my future mother-in-law, he smiled. I liked that. Seeing the happiness in Emily's eyes made me happy too. The wedding took place in the fall in Ohio. It was a small but elegant ceremony. I gave Emily $5,000 for the wedding expenses. Mom, that's too much, she said, but I insisted. My daughter, you are my only child. If your father were here, he would have given you more. On the wedding day, Emily was so beautiful. In her white wedding dress, she looked like a princess. I will never forget the happy smile on her face as she danced with Marcus. But have you ever felt that something was too perfect? So beautiful it couldn't be real? That's how I felt on that wedding day. But I didn't listen to that feeling. 3 months after the wedding, Emily and Marcus bought a house in Maplewood, a suburb near Riverside. It was a beautiful house, a classic American house with 3 bedrooms and a white picket fence. I gave them another $10,000 for the down payment. Mom, we can't accept this much help, Emily had said. Daughter, what else am I saving for? You are my family. And that's when that damn idea came up. At dinner, Marcus said, Margaret, you're a wonderful mother. Emily is very lucky, and I'm lucky to have a mother-in-law like you. Thank you, Marcus. You know, Emily and I are starting a family, and we want you to be a part of that family, in every way. I'm already part of the family. Yes, but what I mean is, financially too. Maybe we could open a family account, all of us together, a joint future fund, for your grandchildren, for Emily's surgeries, for your medical expenses. Emily laughed. Marcus, that's ridiculous. My mother manages her own money. But Marcus insisted. No, think about it, Margaret. A fund. Only in your hands. But we all contribute to it. We use it when needed. For emergencies. At the time, it made sense to me. A family fund. For all of us. But now that I think about it, I understand who this idea is really for. For Marcus. All right, I said that evening. Let's get a safe. The next day, Emily and I went to a shopping center. We bought a small gray metal safe. It was about 30 centimeters long and had 2 keys. One was mine, the other was Emily's. Mom, is this really necessary? Emily had asked. Marcus is right. A family fund would be good. Emily didn't say anything, but I saw the hesitation in her eyes. I saw it then, but I ignored it anyway. When we got home, I put the safe in my bedroom, and I deposited the first money. $5,000? From the money left over from Robert's insurance. This is for my granddaughter Sophia, I thought. Sophia was only 2 years old at the time. Emily had given birth to her in 2018. She was a sweet little girl. I wanted to set up a college fund for her. Maybe one day she would go to a big university. Harvard, perhaps. Or Stanford. Anything was possible. But this was just the beginning. Every month, I put $500 from my pension into the fund. Sometimes $1,000. A little more on holidays and special occasions. When I visited Emily's house on weekends, I would buy Sophia toys. Marcus and I would chat. How are you, Marcus? How's work going? Good, Margaret. Very good. We broke sales records this month. The boss is very pleased. Marcus was a successful man, or so it seemed. He dressed well. He wore expensive watches. His car was always the latest model. Successful people live like this, I thought. But things started to change. Slowly. A tension appeared on Marcus's face. Dark circles formed under his eyes. He checked his phone more often. He and Emily started arguing. At first, it was about little things. Why did you come home so late? You didn't tell me where you were. What's this bill? When I asked, Emily would say, Nothing, Mom, just marriage stress. But I knew. Something was wrong. In the fall of 2021, there was about $18,000 in the safe. I would check it sometimes. I would take the key, open the safe, and count the bundles of cash inside. Each time, I felt relieved. I would think, Sophia's future is secure. But after Christmas, at the beginning of 2022, something caught my attention. Marcus's behavior had become strange. One evening at dinner, he left his phone on the table and went to the bathroom. The phone rang. Emily didn't look, but I saw a name on the screen that said Danny, and the phone kept vibrating. Once, twice, 3 times. When Marcus came back, he quickly grabbed the phone, looked at the screen, and his face went pale. "Is something wrong?" I asked. No, just a colleague from work." But that colleague was calling almost every day. One day, Emily called me. Her voice was cracked. She was crying. "Mom, can you come?" "Of course. What happened?" "Just, please come." When I went to Emily's house, I found her sitting at the kitchen table. There were piles of bills in front of her, credit card statements, bank notices. "Emily, what's going on?" "Mom, Marcus has debts." My heart raced. "How much?" "I don't know, but a lot. He maxed out his credit cards, and there's no money left in our bank account." "How is that possible? Marcus has a good job." "I don't know, Mom." I ask him, but he doesn't answer. He just says, "I'll take care of it." That day, I gave Emily $2,000 for the bills. "Don't worry, it's temporary. Marcus will fix it," I said. But he didn't fix it. Emily's tears were streaming down her cheeks. I looked at the empty cash register in her hand, then at my daughter. At that moment, it felt like my world had stopped. "I need to tell you something," Emily said, trembling. "But please, please listen to me." "I'm listening." My voice was cold. I'd never spoken to my daughter so coldly before. Emily collapsed to the floor and sat beside me. "Mom, Marcus is gambling." Gambling. That word echoed in my head. Gambling, gambling, gambling. "How long has he been doing it?" "I don't know. Maybe 2 years. Maybe longer." "And you knew?" Emily lowered her head. "I found out last year. One day the phone rang. A man. 'Tell Marcus to pay his debt or he'll be in trouble,' he said." I couldn't breathe. "And you didn't tell me?" "I couldn't tell you, Mom." Marcus swore to me. "I'll quit," he said. "Never again," he said. I believed him. I love him. I didn't want Sophia to lose her father. "Do you know what happened to my money?" Emily's silence spoke volumes. "Emily!" I shouted. I had never shouted at my daughter so loudly in my life. "Do you know what my money is for?" "Marcus took it," she whispered. "He copied the safe key. He took it while I was gone. He's been taking it for months." A red haze appeared before my eyes. "You knew and didn't tell me?" "I didn't know. I swear I didn't know," Marcus confessed this morning. "He said he should have told you before his surgery. Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." Emily hugged me, but I pushed her away. I stood up. My legs were shaking, but I stayed on my feet. "Where is Marcus?" "Right here." "Call him. Call him now." "Mom, please calm down." "Call him." Emily trembled as she took out her phone. She called Marcus. The phone rang 3 times before being answered. "Hey, sweetie, what happened?" I snatched the phone from Emily's hand. "Marcus, this is Margaret. You're coming here right now. Otherwise, I'm calling the police." There was silence on the other end. Then, "Margaret, I can explain." "I don't want an explanation. I want you to come with my money. Now." "There's no money, Margaret. It's all gone." "Gone? Where did it go?" Marcus's voice cracked. "Gambling debts. Credit cards. I couldn't control it. I was going to get therapy, but I had $30,000 in that safe. For my daughter. For my grandchild. For my surgery. I know, and I'm so sorry. I'll pay it back. I swear I'll pay it back. If you're not here in 20 minutes, I'm calling the police." I hung up the phone. My hands were shaking so much that the phone almost fell to the ground. Emily was sitting on the floor crying. "Mom, please don't call the police. Please. Think of Sophia. She doesn't want her father to go to jail. Think about Sophia? Emily, I've been saving money for Sophia for 2 years, for her college, for your health, for my surgery. And now, everything is gone. Have you ever felt your anger burning inside you? I was so angry at that moment that I couldn't even breathe. My chest hurt. My head was spinning. But I wasn't going to cry, no. Crying would show weakness to them. Marcus arrived 15 minutes later. I saw him when I opened the door. His white shirt was soaked with sweat. His face was pale. His eyes were red. Margaret, Shut up and sit down. Marcus entered the living room. Emily was still crying. I sat down across from them. My hands were on my knees, clenched into fists. Talk, I said. And if you tell a single lie, I swear I'll call the police. Marcus buried his head in his hands. It started 2.5 years ago. A friend from work and I went to a casino in Ohio. It was just for fun. I lost $100. But then I went back. And I won $500. Then $1,000. It was so amazing. It was like I finally felt successful. Go on. But then I started losing. First a little, then a lot. I used my credit cards, then Emily's credit card. Then I took out a personal loan, $15,000 in debt. But I thought, I'll win it back. I always thought that. And the money in the safe? Marcus's voice dropped to a whisper. I took it for the first time last March, $2,000. I owed Danny. He was threatening me. If you don't pay, I'll break your legs, he said. I thought about Emily and Sophia. I had to protect them. By stealing from me? I was going to pay it back. I swear I was going to pay it back. But then I lost more. And I took more. Every time I said, this will be the last time. How many times did you take it? Marcus lifted his head. His eyes were red. I don't know. Maybe 10, 15 times. $30,000, Marcus, $30,000. I know, Marcus shouted. I know, and I can't live with it. Every day I look in the mirror and see a monster. I lied to Emily. I lied to you. I can't even look Sophia in the eye. It's clear you haven't looked enough, I said in a cold voice. Because if you had, you wouldn't have done this. Emily interrupted. Mom, please. Marcus is sick. Gambling addiction is a disease. We have to help him. Help? I laughed. A cold, bitter laugh. Emily, he stole from me. He stole from me every day for 2 years. And you knew. I didn't know. Emily was crying. I found out this morning, Marcus told me. He said we should tell you before his surgery. How thoughtful, I said. The day before the surgery, so I can go into surgery stressed out. The room was silent. Only Emily's sobs could be heard. Then I spoke. I'm hiring a lawyer tomorrow. Marcus lifted his head. What? A lawyer. I'm taking legal action. I'll get every penny back. Margaret, please. Don't go to court. I'll pay you back. I promise. Your word means nothing to me, Marcus. Nothing at all. Emily jumped to her feet. Mom, you can't do that. Marcus will go to jail. Fine. Maybe he can't gamble there. Mom. Think about Sophia. I thought about Sophia, I yelled. I thought about Sophia for 2 years. Every month when I put money in the safe, I said, this is for Sophia's college. I said, this is for Sophia's future. And now what? Nothing. Emily collapsed to the floor. Mom, I'm begging you. Don't go to the police. Give Marcus a chance. He'll go to therapy. He'll go to Gamblers Anonymous. He'll quit his job. He'll do anything. Marcus was crying now. Margaret, she's right. I'll do everything. I'll sell my house. I'll sell my car. But please don't go to the police. I looked at them. Both of them were on the floor, crying. But there was no mercy in my heart. I'm meeting with my lawyer tomorrow, I said and stood up. Now go, both of you. Mom. Go. I couldn't sleep that night. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. The same images kept flashing before my eyes. Emily's crying face, Marcus's pleading, and that empty safe. What would you have done? Would you have taken your own daughter and son-in-law to court? Or would you have forgiven them? The next morning, I called attorney Ronald Peterson. Ron had been practicing law in Riverside for 30 years. He had drafted Robert's will. Margaret, I haven't heard from you in a long time. How are you? I'm not well, Ron. I need to talk to you. It's urgent. Of course. Are you available this afternoon at 2? I can. I had to postpone my surgery. I called the doctor and asked, "Can we postpone it for a week?" "Margaret, your condition is worsening. You can't wait." "I know, but there's an emergency." The doctor hesitantly agreed. "All right, but you must come back in a week." In the afternoon, I went to Ron's office. It was in an old building on Main Street. Ron took me into his office. He offered me coffee. "Tell me, Margaret, what happened?" I told him everything. The safe, the money, Marcus, the sand, the betrayal. My voice trembled as I spoke, but I didn't cry. I had no tears left. Ron listened. He took notes. Then he leaned back and took a deep breath. "Margaret, this is a very serious situation. Marcus stole $30,000 from you. That's theft. According to Ohio law, thefts over $7,500 fall under the grand theft category. He could face 1 to 5 years in prison." "Okay, but there's a problem. Marcus's defense could be family agreement. He could say, 'Margaret gave me permission.'" "I didn't give permission." "I know, but you'll have to prove it. You'll have to prove the safe was only yours. Luckily, you bought the safe. Do you have the receipt?" "Yes, at home." "Good. We'll also need bank statements to prove the money came from you, and witnesses." "Did you mention the safe to anyone?" "My neighbor Linda," I told her. I said, "I'm saving money for Sophia." "Perfect. Linda can testify." Ron thought for a moment. "Margaret, I need to tell you something. This case can be won. But because it's a family matter, it's going to be ugly. Emily and Marcus will be on the other side. The media might get involved, and Emily might cut ties with you." "I know. Think about Sophia. How will she feel when she finds out her father is being taken to court?" "Sophia is 7, Ron. She'll learn the truth when she grows up, and I hope she'll understand the importance of standing on the side of what's right." Ron nodded. "All right. Then let's get started. First, I'll send Marcus a letter, a formal notice. If he doesn't repay the money within 30 days, we'll file an official complaint. 30 days is too long. Legal proceedings, Margaret. But don't worry. If Marcus doesn't have the money, he can't pay anyway, and will go to court." The notice was delivered to Marcus 3 days later. It was an official document, delivered through a notary. Ron brought me a copy of the letter. "To Marcus Thompson, this document is sent to notify you of a legal claim on behalf of Margaret Hayes for the sum of $30,000. The aforementioned amount was taken without permission from Mrs. Hayes's personal safe between 2020 and 2023. You must pay Mrs. Hayes the full amount within 30 days of receiving this letter. Otherwise, a formal complaint for theft will be filed, and a lawsuit for damages will be brought in civil court. Sincerely, Ronald Peterson, Attorney." Marcus called me that night. I didn't answer the phone. He left a message. He sounded panicked. "Margaret, please answer the phone. We need to talk. Where am I going to get $30,000? It will take months to sell my house. Please give me some time, please." He deleted the message. Emily called. I didn't answer that either. Then Sophia called. In her sweet voice, she said, "Grandma, I miss you. When are you coming?" My heart broke at that moment, but I didn't answer the phone. "Not now, sweetie," I said. "Grandma is a little busy." "But Grandma, Mom is crying, Dad is too. Why are they crying?" "I don't know, sweetie. But don't worry, everything will be okay. Promise?" I promise. But inside I thought, what promise can I make? 2 weeks later, Emily came to my door. Her eyes were swollen, her hair was messy. "Mom, can we talk?" "There's nothing to talk about, Emily." "Please, just 5 minutes." I let her in. We went into the living room. Emily clasped her hands together. "Mom, Marcus lost his job." "What?" "After he got the notice, his boss found out. His gambling debts, your money, they fired Marcus. They said he wasn't trustworthy. For a moment I felt pain. But then I remembered. He stole from me. I'm sorry, I said. But my voice was cold. Mom, we have no income now. Marcus will look for a job, but it's not easy in this economy. And you want $30,000 in 30 days. That's impossible. It's my money, Emily. It's my right. I know. I know. And you're right. But please give me a little more time. 1 year. 2 years. Marcus will work. He'll pay it back. But don't go to court now. Emily, I can't trust you anymore. Emily started crying. Mom, I'm angry at Marcus too. You don't believe me, but I'm angry too. Sometimes I think about leaving him. But there's Sophia. And I still love him. I know it's stupid, but I love him. He cheated on you, Emily. On you and me. I know, but people make mistakes. Dad made mistakes too, remember? Robert. Yes, Robert made mistakes too. After the financial crisis in 2008, he lost money in the stock market. He had invested without telling me. $10,000 were gone. I was angry, but I forgave him. But this was different, wasn't it? Your father didn't gamble, Emily. Your father didn't steal from me. But he made a mistake. And you forgave him. Now I want the same from you. Silence. Mom, I have something to tell you. If you take Marcus to court, I might cut ties with you. My heart stopped. What? I heard you. If you go to court, I might not want to see you again. Are you blackmailing me? No. I'm choosing loyalty. Marcus is my husband. Sophia's father. If I send him to prison, Sophia will be traumatized, and I may never forgive you for doing that to her. She looked into my eyes. The choice is yours, Mom. My money or my family? I didn't sleep that night. Emily's words echoed in my head. My money or my family? What would you have done? Would you have given up your money? Or would you have lost your daughter? But then I thought of something else. This wasn't just about money. It was about principle. It was about right and wrong. Marcus had committed a crime, and if I forgave him, what would I be teaching Sophia? Do wrong, but apologize to your family, and it'll be okay? No. The next morning, I called Ron. We're moving forward, I said. Are you sure, Margaret? I'm sure. 30 days passed. Marcus didn't pay the money. Because he didn't have it. Ron filed a formal complaint with the Ohio State Attorney General's office for theft. 2 weeks later, Marcus was arrested. The police took him from his home. Emily called, crying. Are you happy now? Sophia saw her father being taken away in handcuffs. Emily, I hate you. I never want to see you again. She hung up the phone. At that moment, I felt such a pain in my chest. It was as if my heart was breaking into pieces. But I wasn't going back. It was too late now. Marcus was brought to court. He was released on bail. $10,000 bail. Emily's mother paid it. My son is innocent, she shouted in the courtroom. Margaret Hayes is a liar. The media picked up the story. The local newspaper ran the headline. Grandmother accuses son-in-law of theft. $30,000 missing. Everyone in town was talking about it. When I went to the market, people were whispering. At church, everyone was looking at me. Some came up to me. Margaret, you're doing the right thing. Others, however, how could you ruin your own family? The first hearing was in March. The courtroom was packed. I sat alone. Ron was beside me. On the other side were Marcus, his lawyer David Sullivan, and Emily. Emily didn't even look at me. The judge, Judge Patricia O'Connor, was a serious-looking woman in her 60 seconds. This case is complicated, said the judge. It's a family matter, but the law is clear. If Mr. Thompson took money without permission, that's theft. Marcus's lawyer spoke. Your Honor, my client did take money from Mrs. Hayes's safe, yes. But it was an agreement. It was a family fund. Mrs. Hayes knew about it. Lie! I shouted. The judge banged his gavel. Mrs. Hayes, please. Your turn to speak will come. Ron called my neighbor Linda as a witness. Linda took the oath and spoke. Margaret told me in 2020. She said, "Linda, I'm saving money for Sophia." She said, "No one knows. It's my surprise." Marcus's lawyer asked, "Mrs. Linda, did Mrs. Hayes tell you that Marcus took money from the safe?" "No." "Then, this is just Mrs. Hayes's claim." Then Ron presented the bank statements. "Records of the money I put in the safe every month. You see, Your Honor, the money comes from Mrs. Hayes's pension. It's her money." The judge reviewed the documents. "Mr. Sullivan, does your client have anything to add?" Marcus stood up. His voice was trembling. "Your Honor, I made a terrible mistake. I'm a gambling addict. I'm in treatment. I go to GA meetings every week. And I'm ready to pay Margaret what I owe her. But please don't send me to jail. I have a daughter, Sophia. She loves me. Don't ruin her." The judge looked at me. "Mrs. Hayes, do you have anything to say?" I stood up. My hands were shaking, but my voice was clear. "Your Honor, I taught for 35 years. I taught children right from wrong." I said, "Be honest." I said, "Don't steal." "What can I tell my own granddaughter now?" "Grandpa stole, but it's okay." Silence. "Marcus may be sick, but I'm sick too. I need surgery. I saved that money for him. Now I have nothing, and I can't take care of my grandchild because my daughter won't talk to me." My voice broke, but I continued, "I want justice, that's all." The hearing was postponed. The judge said, "I need time to make a decision. I'll announce my decision in a month." That month was hell. I had my surgery. The doctor said, "We were a little late, but we managed." The recovery process was difficult. I was alone at home. Emily didn't come. Sophia didn't come. My neighbors helped. Linda came every day, brought food. "Margaret, aren't you sorry?" she asked one day. "I don't know, Linda. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm not. I'm just trying to do the right thing. What's right isn't always what's best." Those words stayed with me. One day, the mail came. A letter from Emily. I read it. "Mom, I can't talk to you, but I have to write. Marcus is in therapy. Every day. He goes to GA meetings. And I can see he's changing. For the first time, he's accepting himself. He says, 'I'm sick and I need help.' He hasn't found a job yet, but he started working part-time at a cafe, $12 an hour. But at least it's something. Sophia keeps asking about you. 'Why isn't Grandma coming?' she says. I don't know what to tell her. Mom, I'm still angry with you, but I also understand. You're right too. Marcus was wrong. But can't we get through this as a family? Please think about it. Emily." I cried while reading the letter. For the first time. For the first time since the surgery. A week later, Marcus called me. I answered the phone. "Margaret, I just want to apologize. I know words aren't enough, but I feel remorse every day. Every day. Marcus, please listen. I'm in therapy, and I've learned that gambling was just a symptom. The real problem was my lack of self-confidence. I always thought I wasn't good enough. At work, in my marriage, as a father, and gambling gave me a feeling of winning. But in reality, I was losing. I was losing everything." Silence. "Margaret, I'll pay you back. It might take years, but I'll pay you back every penny, I promise." "Marcus, we'll wait for the court's decision," I said. But I hope you're really changing." "I'm changing. I swear I'm changing." I hung up the phone. I had a strange feeling inside. Anger? Pity? I didn't know. April 15th, decision day. The courtroom was packed again. I sat next to Ron. Marcus, Emily, and their lawyer were on the other side. Emily looked at me this time. There was a question in her eyes. "What will happen?" The judge entered. We all stood up. "Please sit down." Judge O'Connor sat down at his desk and opened the file. This case has given me a lot to think about. On one hand, there is clearly theft. Mr. Thompson took Mrs. Hayes's money without permission. That is indisputable. The evidence is clear. Marcus bowed his head. On the other side, there is a family, a wife, a father, a grandfather, and there is an illness, gambling addiction. This is a recognized illness in the DSM-5, and Mr. Thompson is receiving treatment. The judge looked at me. Mrs. Hayes, I understand you. Your money was stolen. That's terrible. And you want justice. That's your right. Then he looked at Marcus. Mr. Thompson, what you did is a crime, and there must be consequences. Everyone held their breath. However, considering it's your first offense, you're undergoing treatment, and your family circumstances, I'm granting you probation. Emily breathed a sigh of relief. Marcus's shoulders trembled. The conditions are as follows. 3 years probation. During this time, you cannot gamble. You will continue to attend GA meetings and therapy regularly. And you will repay Mrs. Hayes $30,000 plus interest, with a monthly payment plan, minimum $500. If you miss a payment, the probation will be revoked and the prison sentence will be enforced. Ron looked at me. Do you accept? I thought about it. 3 years, $500 a month. That's $18,000. The remaining $12,000 would take more time. But at least it's something. I accept, I said. The judge banged the gavel. The decision is final. Next case. We left the courtroom. Marcus and Emily walked toward their car. I watched them. Emily, I called out. She turned. There was an expression on her face. Anger? Exhaustion? What do you want, Mom? Can we talk? About what? About Sophia. I miss her. Emily's eyes filled with tears. She misses you too. Can I see her? Emily looked at Marcus. Marcus nodded. Of course, Margaret. Sophia should see her grandmother. That weekend, I went to see Sophia. When she opened the door, she shouted, Grandma, and hugged me. Those little arms around my neck. That sweet smell. My heart melted. I missed you, sweetie. I missed you too, Grandma. Why didn't you come for so long? Grandma had things to do. But I'm here now. Emily watched us playing in the garden. Then she came over to me. Mom, I want to tell you something. I'm listening. I'm still angry with you for taking Marcus to court. But at the same time, I understand. You did the right thing. The hard thing. But the right thing. Emily, wait. Let me finish. Marcus is changing. Really. He's not gambling anymore. He goes to GA every day. He found a therapy group. And for the first time, I'm proud of him. For admitting he's sick. For asking for help. I'm glad. And I'm sorry too. I should have told you sooner about Marcus's problem. Maybe then it wouldn't have gone this far. I held her hand. Emily, you were in a tough spot too. You were trying to stay loyal to your husband. I understand. But you were struggling too, and I didn't support you. We talked for a long time that day. For the first time in months, we really talked, and things started to get better. 2 months later, Marcus made the first payment, $500. When I took the check, I felt strange. This is just the beginning, Marcus said, but I promise I'll pay every month. I hope so. Marcus was still working at the cafeteria, but he had also started an online sales business. E-commerce, he said. Low cost, but high potential. Emily had found a part-time job, accounting. We'll work together, she said. We'll pay off the debt together. Months passed. Every month, a check arrived. Sometimes $500, sometimes $600, sometimes $700. Marcus's e-commerce business grew. I want to prove I'm reliable, he said. I got better too. The surgery was successful. I could walk again. I was walking in the park with Sophia. Grandma, faster, she would shout. One day Marcus made me an offer. Margaret, they're looking for a speaker in GA. They'll be sharing family stories. Maybe you. Maybe you'd like to come too? Me? Yes. Your perspective is important. Gambling doesn't just affect the gambler, it affects the whole family. I thought about it, then I accepted. The GA meeting was in a church basement. There were 20 to 30 people. All of them were gambling addicts or their families. I stood up. Hello, my name is Margaret, and my son-in-law stole $30,000 from me. Silence. I took him to court, and half my family turned against me. But I did it anyway, because I had to do the right thing. I told my story, the safe, the betrayal, the court, the pain. But I know Marcus is sick, and sick people need to be healed, not punished. That's why I'm here, to support him, because he's coming back to my family. Slowly, but he's coming back. When I finished speaking, everyone applauded. A woman came up to me. Thank you, she said. My husband gambles too, and I didn't know what to do. But you gave me hope. 2 years passed. Marcus made regular payments. He paid a total of $18,000. He still owed $12,000, but he was making progress. The e-commerce business had grown. He was now making $2,000 a month. Emily's business was also doing well. Maybe we'll pay off the entire debt within a year, Marcus had said. And most importantly, he wasn't gambling anymore. He had been clean for 2 years. He received a pin at GA, 2 years sober. Sophia was there at the ceremony. My dad is a hero, she said. I had changed too. I wasn't as harsh anymore. I was learning to forgive. Slowly. One day Sophia asked, Grandma, why were you angry with my dad? Sweetie, your dad was sick, but he's better now. Aren't you angry with him anymore? No, sweetie, I'm not anymore. And I truly wasn't. My anger had gone. Something else had taken its place. Understanding, perhaps. Or just exhaustion. My relationship with Emily had also improved. We were seeing each other twice a week now. We cooked together. We went shopping. It wasn't like the old days, but it was new, and maybe more real. Mom, Emily said one day, I want to thank you. For what? For not giving up, for taking Marcus to court. I know it was hard, but it helped him get his act together. If you had forgiven him, maybe he'd still be gambling. Or maybe he would have hated me. No, he respects you. He says, Margaret is a strong woman. He says, I want to be like her. 3 years passed. Marcus had fulfilled all the conditions, GA meetings, therapy, payments, but he still owed $8,000. One day Marcus invited me over for dinner. Emily, Sophia, and I went to their house. Marcus had cooked dinner. Chicken, potatoes, vegetables. Margaret, I want to tell you something, Marcus said after dinner. I'm listening. He took out an envelope. Inside was a check. $8,000. This is the final payment. My debt is settled. I looked at the check. It was from Marcus's e-commerce company's account. Marcus, this. I know. It's still a year early, but business is going well, and I want to pay you back. In full. He looked into my eyes. Margaret, I can't thank you enough. You took me to court, and that saved my life. If you had forgiven me, I would never have changed. But you said to me, no, there are consequences for what you did. And I woke up. Emily was crying. Sophia asked, why is everyone crying? I took the check, but then I gave it back. What are you doing? Marcus asked. Put this money into Sophia's college fund. But it's your money. I know, but it's her money now. Use it for Sophia's future. I'm fine. My pension is enough. Margaret. Please, Marcus, accept this. For Sophia. Marcus cried. Emily cried. I cried too. That day, my family reunited. Not completely. Some wounds were still there. But they were healing. Today, Sophia is 10 years old. She's a smart, happy girl. She gets along very well with her father. Marcus told her everything. About his gambling addiction, the mistakes he made, how her grandmother saved him. Grandma is a hero, Sophia said one day. No, sweetie, I just did what was right. But you did the hard thing. My teacher says courage isn't doing the easy thing, it's doing the right thing. Smart girl. Marcus's e-commerce company grew. He now has 3 employees. Emily manages the accounting department. Together, they built a beautiful life. And most importantly, Marcus is still clean. He hasn't gambled in 3 years. He's a sponsor in GA. He helps other people. I'm doing for others what Margaret did for me, he says. I'm waking them up. Me? I'm 65 now. My health is good. I still live in Riverside. Linda is still my neighbor. We do yoga 3 times a week. I see Emily and Sophia twice a week. Sometimes Marcus and I have coffee. We talk about the past. Do you regret anything? He asked one day. What would I regret? For taking me to court. I thought about it. No, I don't regret it. I did the hard thing, but I did the right thing. I'm not sorry either, because that experience changed me. Now, I'm a better father, a better husband, a better person. I'm Margaret Hayes. I'm 65 years old. I live in Riverside, Ohio. And the last thing I want to tell you is this. Life can deceive you. Those you love can disappoint you. But never betray yourself. Walk the path you know is right, even if it's hard. Because in the end, when you look in the mirror, you must recognize yourself. So, what did this story teach you?